Hi, my name is Richard Kemish. I'd like to just talk a little bit about the newly passed Croatian covered bond law. It's fairly standard in terms of its compliance with the directive. The eligible assets are all completely in line with Article 129 of the Capital Requirements Regulations, and all of the rules about that in terms of which country, the LTV limits, are aligned with that article. Valuations that back the assets in the cover pool have got to be in line with the prevailing rules for real estate valuation in Croatia, which in turn follows the rules of the Capital Requirements Regulations. And the basis must be the lesser of the mortgage value or the market value or the mortgage lending value as calculated by the lender. Protection for investors is provided by a minimum of 5% over collateralisation, although issuers are perfectly welcome to have a higher level entered into under a contractual basis. The coverage, the 5%, is based on all of the likely costs, including a special provision which must be added in case the issuer goes into insolvency. It's up to the Croatian Financial Services Authority to specify the exact rules for that. In doing that, they enter into annual stress tests of the cover pool to make sure that the over-collateralisation level is sufficient and can ask issuers to add more to the pool. There are various types of protection available to make sure that the pool can cover market risks. Derivatives are expected to be used, and there are strict rules concerning their format and eligible counterparties. So, for example, the derivatives can't have automatic termination events on insolvency or resolution of the issuer. They can't have any posting of collateral to the cover pool in support of collateral support agreements or those kind of provisions. And perhaps most crucially of all, they can only be included in the pool if they're there to hedge market risks. In addition to this, there's also the standard 180-day liquidity requirement. The pool must keep aside liquid assets for the next 180 days of outflows under the programme. Now, in common with many countries, you're allowed to have a soft bullet structure whereby the maturity can extend to help reduce the burden of that liquidity test. But that soft bullet, that maturity extension, can only be triggered by either the resolution or the liquidation of the issuer. In addition, there's also a compulsory requirement for a cover pool monitor to look after the investor's interests and to ensure that the programme is fully in line with the law. The cover pool monitors in Croatia must be auditors, and they must be independent of the issuer and their existing audit firm. There's also a whole load of rules which are set down by the agency about their eligibility criteria, and it must be subject to approval, and the agency do have a right to dismiss the cover pool monitor if necessary. In addition, if it goes wrong, a special administrator can be appointed at the specific suggestion of the Croatian FSA. That will happen whenever they go into insolvency, lose their banking licence, or enter into a resolution procedure. So, to summarise, the Croatian cover bond law is completely in line with the requirements of the Capital Requirements Regulations, and in particular Article 129, so they should always qualify as premium European covered bonds. There's more details about the rules on the ECBC website or in the fact book.